Men and women are different. Their roles are different. And the way that they go about acquiring a mate is different. It's pretty much universally understood that men are the ones that approach. Men are the ones that ask a girl out on a date. Typically, it's the man that is going to make his intentions, his romantic intentions known first, and the woman either chooses yes or no. And we can complain about that all we want. Oh, well, women should be able to risk, being rejected like we have to. Whatever. Sometimes girls do ask guys out, but it is incredibly rare because most women don't ever have to, because men are more aggressive. And so they will be asking a cute girl, even a girl that's just mid. By the time she's like 10 years old, she's got tons and tons of guys talking to her, wanting to be her friend, always hitting her up. She never has to learn how to go and make friends, let alone speak to a guy that she actually finds attractive. She just never had to develop that skill. But women do a version of approaching, but it's a type of approach that gives them plausible deniability, right? That they can approach a guy that they're attracted to without seeming like they're desperate, seeming like they are interested in him. And so what they do is they don't approach so much as they present themselves. They find some way to put themselves in the vicinity of that guy, whether he was a stranger that they thought was cute at a bar or a club, or whether it's a guy that they've known for a while. They're going to make excuses to be in his line of sight, be next to him, like go out of their way. They didn't need to, but they walk closer to him, walk past him, maybe brush up against him a little bit, slightly bump into him, something, start a conversation with him. If they're already familiar with him, they'll think of excuses to like always be going to lunch at the same time, or need help with something that's like really stupid, like really simple, that they like constantly, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? They want to somehow have an excuse to be around you, hoping that you will suddenly ask them out, like all the other guys do. Especially if she's cute. Most other guys have been asking her out, so she's hoping that you will ask her out. Now, I know it's like taboo to, what's the word? To equate women to objects, or to imply that, a woman is like a piece of meat. But it's sort of like, if you, the man, are a hunter and you're out on the hunt and a deer like actually wants to be caught by you, they're like, oh yeah, that hunter, he's cool. I want him to catch me, right? It's like the deer sees you and then like deliberately walks in front of your line of sight. You're looking out on a field and that deer like sees, oh, he's looking, and slowly saunters and is just like, hey, I'm here, go for it, shoot your shot. That's basically what it's like. That's what women do. Now, there have been tons of times in my life where I totally did not understand that, where girls would be like asking me stupid ass questions and asking me to do stuff that it's like, clearly you know how to do this. What the fuck is wrong with you? I would get like angry at them. Like I would literally get pissy and be like, this is basic stuff, whatever it was, schoolwork, or it was sometimes people at my work, be like, you know how to do this. Let me show you. Do this, do this, do this. Okay, it's always the same. Stop asking me. And like I would go, you know what I'm saying? Like just stuff like that, because I was clueless. Or girls that would like slowly in like, or it's like a show that I'm watching, it's like a concert, and I'll see a cute girl and kind of make eye contact, like, oh, better not look at her, better not make eye contact with her because I don't want to seem like a weirdo. But then slowly that girl over the next 20, 30 minutes was just slowly backing up, slowly until her back was right up against my chest, her head right under my chin. And I'm like, is she doing this deliberately? Oh, sorry. Did I bump into you? Whoops. And it's like, dude, that chick wanted you bad. Like, and these chicks are smoking. And one of my ex-girlfriends, longest relationship I ever had, I knew her previously, but I never made a move because she was a waitress that I saw all the time at a favorite restaurant. But she saw me outside in IRL. And so she stopped her car, parked it, and like walked over nonchalantly to where I was standing in line at another restaurant and just like hoped to bump into me. And then of course I initiated, and then we started talking and hung out, and then we ended up like going out. So it's like, that's a girl's plan, right? And I was clueless before, but now I kind of understand. Standing at a bar, a girl will maybe kind of see me, and I kind of catch that she saw me out of the corner of her eye. Out of the corner of my eye, I see that she's looking at me from the corner of her eye. And then she's like 10 feet down on the other side of the bar, and then her and her friends slowly like slide up to me, and my back's turned and I'm watching the TV or talking to somebody, and then I feel her arm like just slightly bumping up against my back. Oh, sorry, did I bump into you? Oh. And then conversation, I'm like, okay, that's what that is. It's little things like that that you have to pay attention to. So if you're a young guy, or maybe you're an older guy and you don't know what cues are, I guess that's what choosing signals are. And yeah, man, you got to roll with it, because, you know, you don't want to be missing out when a girl is basically, you know, giving you a layup, like just serving it up to you, man. Like, you just have to take it. And yes, could girls be in your area and not be attracted to you? They just happen to be in your line of sight. Could they happen to just be so stupid that they're just and just like bumping into you and stuff? Possibly. But just shoot your shot, because the chances are probably higher that she's actually like into you. Now, I can't say if this happens to, you know, your average guy all the time, but I think I'm pretty average guy. I mean, I've improved my looks quite a bit, but this was happening in the past when I still wasn't that, you know, well-dressed or well-groomed or whatever. You just got to keep your eyes open, man. And you got to trust your gut. That's the one thing I will say. A lot of the times when I was like, is this girl, is she coming on? I don't know. Is she? No. And I would instinctually feel that something was happening, but then I would deny it and say, no, she's just doing her thing. I don't want to disturb her. I don't want to bother her. You know, she's busy doing this or doing that. You know, we're taught as young men to basically deny our instincts and our drives. And I would recommend that you start trusting your gut a little bit more too, because you're going to start seeing things and sensing things that normally you would not allow yourself to see. So women don't approach, but they do present themselves. So shoot that shot, pay attention. Is she trying to hang out with you a lot? Is she like bumping into you, slightly grazing you with the side of her arm? Is she like, for no reason at all, like asking you for help that's like so stupid and so like easily solved that you're like, is this girl retarded? Like, she needs me to help her with like the most basic thing? Like, what the fuck? She probably just wants to hang out with you. She probably just wants you to start up a conversation and ask her out. So go for it, dude.